What's happening, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to vacuum this carpet up, and I'm also going to take it out, and I'm going to take out this centerpiece here and clean it up, respray it. The dash, I probably should do the same. The OCD in me is like take it out and respray it to where it's all matching. Just kind of a pain in the butt. Not really too bad, but I didn't want to go that far with it, but you know how it is. And you old school guys are gonna remember this brand. I'm gonna keep this dipstick and that matching cigarette lighter cover right there. That's pretty cool. So yeah, this car came with a couple of neat things. So I cleaned it out as I said I would in my first video. So here we are, putting my driver's side door card back in. Just kind of mocked it up. There was some clips that broke that I didn't replace, so I'm gonna probably pop it out later on and do that, but I just wanted it to look good on film. And I did say I would show you guys how to reinstall it, so I left the passenger side out so that way you could see that if you're interested. So yeah, anyway, let's get started. Okay guys, I got the carpet out. The e-brake and shifter piece is still off. So what I'm going to do now that all the carpet is out, I'll lift that in there. Clean this up with just the TSP. Remove the oils and grit and grime and everything off the vinyl, and I use Chemical Guys Silk Shine and Protectant to brighten it up. Smells good too. So it's bright, it's clean, it's protected. Vacuumed up the floor. Still need to put maybe a little bit of dry ice to pick up the residual sound deadening, make it look a little bit cleaner. So now I took the rubber boot off of this factory shifter here. So what you see in here is it's a hatchback shifter for EF to accommodate the B16 transmission. So I have that in place, but what I have not yet installed is this here. This is Fastline Performance racing shifter. This is what I've got here from Fastline. I've never used one of these before, and typically you know, the big popular shifter to use these days is the K-tuned adjustable shifter. But you know, for this build, I want it to be more period correct. I don't want to use a whole lot of modern pieces. This with this S curve here on the shift arm, it's very, to me, it's very reminiscent of the factory Honda Type R shifter. So I think it'll feel pretty good. Again, I've never tried it before. I do have a factory Type R shift linkage with the shifter, but I'm gonna go with this one just to try it out. So I'll learn something. Either I'm gonna like it or I'm not. So it's worth a shot. So I'm gonna be installing this and then putting the centerpiece back together with the boot, and yeah, I think we'll call it a day. So with the exhaust off, you got your tailpipe that runs right across here. This is my hatchback shift linkage for B series. I took that off. I took off the exhaust so I could get to the shifter. We have to remove this portion of the shift linkage, and that centerpiece, that's the factory shifter right there. We're going to remove that and replace it with the new racing shifter. So let's get that done. So now with the shift lever out, you guys, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this rubber bushing, I'm going to pop it out, take it out through the top side of the shifter. And this bottom plate here comes out through the bottom, just like so. It's quick and easy. Now we come to the bottom half of the racing shift lever. So what we're going to do is we're going to run this bushing through the top side of the shift lever. It's going to go like this. This where it funnels down, that's going to be the bottom side. So we're going to run it through the top. It's going to rest on the upper part of the ball right here of the shift lever. We're going to take this plate. I'm going to run it through the bottom. Okay, so it's going to sit on the lower part of the ball like this when we go to put it back in. Well, this bushing, like I said, will rest on the top side. But before I put the bushing on, I'm just going to lubricate that ball up a little bit, so that way when you're shifting, it rolls with ease and it doesn't feel like grippy, if that's a word. So what I'm going to use also, it's a little tip in case you guys want to try this and you might not know. I'm using this Honda high temp grease. I'm going to use that to lubricate the ball here. Now you want to use high temp grease because, like I said earlier, this shift lever, it's right above the exhaust. So that exhaust is going to be emitting a lot of heat. So you don't want to just use any regular general purpose grease. You want to really try and use something that'll last and not evaporate and not burn up, because you don't want to really go through the hassle of doing this again, having to re-grease it, or if the shifting ever feels uncomfortable, this could be why, through time. So you want to protect your pieces, use the right stuff, so yeah, this is what I'm going to use here. Again, this is stuff I bought from the Honda dealership. So I'm going to do that real quick off camera, and then I'm going to get to reinstalling it. Pretty much it's going to install the same way I took out the factory lever, so I'm going to get that done now. Well, there she is, guys. She does sit much higher than the factory shifter, but that's the point. So Like I said, I haven't tried this one before, so anxious to see how it works when I get this car running. So of course I'm going to change the shifter out, the shift knob, maybe for a feels shift knob maybe, so we'll see. Until then, the one that came with the car will do. So yeah, it's shift's kind of loud because the portion of the shift linkage that connects to the transmission itself is still loose. I left it loose on purpose. That way I had some slack if I needed it, because with those new bushings, putting this new shift lever in was kind of a pain in the butt, so I have to tighten that up. But anyway, there she is. Put the centerpiece back on, so that's ready to go. And yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for this video, guys. Thanks for watching as always, and we'll see you on the next one.